Hi, family. It's that time of year again. If you followed me for a while, you know that each year I release and talk about a list of questions to design your future. I received this list from a life coach named David Martin back in the early 2000s, and ever since, I've been completing these goal sheets each year during the last 5 days of the year. These are not New Year's resolutions, but they are systems that are put in place at the beginning of the year so that your year is filled with success and fulfillment. I like to see people thrive, and if you don't have plans and goals written down, they're no more than dreams. Since 2011, I've kept a notebook with all of my goal sheets, and I still have it. In 2018, I was introduced to a value based system called the 10 Life Values, created by Dr. Spencer Holman, founder of Black Star University and creator of A Game, an herbal solution made exclusively for men. This is a chart that shows the 10 life values, which are spiritual, health, family, appearance, dwelling, mobility, education, profession, leisure, and wealth. I'm not going to get deep into the 10 life values philosophy right now, but you'll surely hear more from me about this life changing system in the future. You'll see that the first five values are internal and the last five are external. First, you have to do the internal work. And as you do, you'll see that your life comes into balance and the external five will manifest a little bit easier. The 10 life values have totally transformed my life. And not only have I incorporated them into my daily routine, but I've also incorporated them into my year end practice of completing the goal sheets to design my future. So let's unpack these questions to design your future. The first question is, what do I want? Lawrence J. Peter is credited with the quote, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere else. Many of us at some point in our lives have wandered aimlessly, not accomplishing anything meaningful because we didn't really know what we wanted. Determine to figure out what you want in each category of the 10 life values. Don't try to determine whether it's doable, just determine that it's what you want, and you'll be on the path to working towards that goal. The second question is, why do I want it? In other words, why is it important to me? Those of you that have attended business and marketing conferences have heard the speakers talk about the fact that in order to be successful, you need to know your why. And that's true. If you don't have a passion and motivation to achieve a goal, you're less likely to achieve it. People do better at business, jobs, projects, and life in general when they have a passion for what they're doing. Know your why. The third question is, what am I willing to give up to get it? This is the hardest question, and it's usually the stumbling block that stops people from achieving their goals. We tend to waste lots of time doing things that make us comfortable but stop us from moving forward in life. A great example is the amount of time people spend watching the electronic income reducer, which is the television. Also, these days, social media can have millions of people caught up for hours on end watching videos that aren't adding a bit of value to their lives. I know several people who are living hand to mouth, but they find time to keep up with the latest television series and their favorite sports team. Like I always say, until Tom Brady starts stroking me a check, my team is the Jackson team. Determined to give up idle time and use that time to do the things that will help you achieve your goals. Spend time reading books and articles that will spark ideas or give you instruction to help you achieve your dreams. And use the internet as a learning tool. You can actually gain the equivalent of a college degree by watching educational videos online. Try it. The fourth question is, what is my game plan? In other words, how will I get it? This is where the real work starts. You'll need to write down specific steps to achieve these goals. You'll need to write down and acquire the specific tools and resources that you need, whether they are books, courses, building materials, or some type of equipment. Knowing how you will achieve the goal is paramount to achieving your goal. The fifth question is, what specific knowledge do I require? Here's where the real work continues. Some people will have to obtain additional knowledge to achieve their goals. Within this step is finding out if this goal is worthy of your time and effort. For example, the goal to become a personal trainer has to be carefully examined. You can spend thousands of dollars on certifications and then worry about getting clients or finding a job because people still aren't congregating like that. It's hard taking part in lots of physical activities with face coverings. I know of entire gyms that had to shut down and they still haven't recovered economically from the events of the last 2 years. If you find that the goal is worthy of pursuing, find out what knowledge you need by finding and observing people that have achieved what you wish to achieve. What did they do? Where did they gain their knowledge? These people may even offer courses to help you achieve the same goal. The sixth question is, who can assist me? For many goals that you have, you won't be able to go it alone, especially if the goal involves growth. Select people to help you that have been where you want to go or people that are well on their way and are willing to help you. I didn't have the knowledge to grow my business, so I hired a mentor, someone that had already achieved what I wanted to achieve. Instead of just reading books or going to some class listening to someone sitting behind a desk. Hiring a mentor was one of the best decisions I've made because I learned quickly without having to reinvent the wheel and without making the same mistakes that my mentor made earlier in his journey. The seventh question is, what is my time frame? When setting goals, you must set a specific time frame or procrastination will inevitably overtake you. Some people are natural procrastinators and some aren't. But everyone feels the pressure when there's a date on the calendar marked as the end date. Remember those exams in school or those online term papers that had to be turned in at midnight? Those who paced themselves and studied regularly often did much better than those who crammed the night before or wrote the paper an hour before it was due. We want to operate in a spirit of excellence in everything that we do, and setting a time frame will force us to determine when all of the small steps need to be in place and completed in order to achieve our goals. The eighth and final question is, what can I do today to get started? Getting started today is the first step in training your brain to push forward and set goals. This is the end of the year. We only have a few days left before 2022. And this is your chance to start the new year off positive and with a master plan. The best thing you can do today to get started is to get your linked copy of the goal sheets and the instructions and start mapping out the rest of your life. Write out your goals in each area of the 10 life values. Determine your why for each goal. Figure out where you're going to cut out idle time and who will help you achieve your goals. Those that fail to plan, plan to fail. Don't fail. There are no excuses. So here are the instructions. First, list all of your goals on plain or notebook paper. Next, consolidate similar goals. For example, the goal to make more money and the goal to start a business are similar. So make that one goal. Say something like, I want to start a business and earn an extra $2,000 a month. Next, categorize your goals in the order of the 10 life values. Select the top 2 goals in each value category and place them on goal sheets under question number 1. Remember, the goal sheet will be linked in this video and you can download it and make as many copies as you need. Work through the remaining 7 goals. Work through the remaining 7 questions for each goal sheet. Place the goal sheets in a 3-ring binder and write something like My 2022 Goals on the front of the binder. Visit this binder regularly to make sure that you're on track to achieve these goals. Some of these steps for completing the goals may need to be revisited. Go ahead and revise these steps as needed. Keep pressing towards completing these goals. Assess your progress on each goal on a quarterly basis and review your findings with a mentor or your accountability partners. At the end of the year, using a colorful marker, check off the goals that you achieved and transfer the goals that you didn't achieve to next year's binder. Now I'll lead you through a simple example of how to complete a goal sheet. I'll be using one of my goals from the health value category. What do I want? I would like to lose 15 pounds. Why do I want it? In other words, why is it important to me? I would like to be healthier, have more energy, and be more attractive. What am I willing to give up to get it? Although I should probably give up sweets completely, I am willing to only have 1 day per week that I consume a small portion of sweets. That means I have to stay away from the crack house, which is where I am on this picture. Also, I'll give up some of my idle time and spend that time exercising, whether that be in the morning or at night. What is my game plan? In other words, how will I get it? I'll drink 70 ounces of water a day, do interval sprints on my treadmill 3 times per week, do intermittent fasting, only eating within a 4-hour window daily, and fasting for 24 hours at least bi-weekly. What specific knowledge do I require? I know that expending more calories than I take in will be key. I know that I need to stop waiting until I'm desperately hungry to eat because I fail at my eating goals. I know that I lost 22 pounds between July and November 2020, and I can lose those 15 pounds on schedule. Who can assist me? My daughter has a degree in exercise science, and she's a 3-time junior Olympian. My son is a martial arts competitor and winner of several medals in 2021. These young people are super fit, and they are my accountability partners. I also have a Fit Index scale to keep me accountable for weight loss, since it tracks my progress or lack thereof. And my accountability team will ask me to see the results on my phone every Sunday. By the way, a link to that scale is attached. What is my time frame? I would like to lose the 15 pounds by March 15th, 2022. I have a little less than 3 months, so that's around 5 pounds a month. And what can I do today to get started? I've committed to eating sweets only once a week, drinking 70 ounces of water a day, doing interval sprints 3 times a week, with other exercise 2 times per week, getting more sleep, eating clean food, and keeping this practice as a lifestyle that continues beyond March 15th. Although this goal setting procedure may seem difficult, it's really not. The top 2 goals on each value category usually feed into the accomplishment of the other goals. So once you get started creating strategies for success, these goal sheets will become a regular part of your life. I pray that this video helps you achieve your goals and live the life of your dreams. You'll hear more from me after March 2022, as I should be completely done with my dissertation and prepare to start writing my next book. Thank you all for listening. and have a blessed new year.